I'm here at ACI Wagon 2022 in Marrakesh, and I'm joined here by Emiliano Sorrenti, Chief Information Officer of Aeroporti di Roma, or Aeroporti di Roma. So my first question to you is, what's the digital transformation story so far at your airport, and perhaps you could talk a bit about the APOC journey so far.
Yes. So basically the idea behind the digital transformation was to have the airport constantly under control, to make sure that the airport is delivering the expected levels of quality, so that we are meeting constantly the KPIs which are defined on a daily basis, and not just to be in control, but also to be capable of forecasting any possible trend or even disruptions that may affect the passenger experience. So this is the idea behind the digital transformation that also helped us in accelerating our rankings in the European panel of airports. Linking this to the APOC is the digital twin, the physical digital twin of the digital transformation itself. Is the place where now all of our colleagues from technology to landside operations to airside operations are working closely physically together to make sure that really everything is in under control and we are keeping the focus.
Perfect. It sounds like it's been an exciting time here.
Yeah.
So, I guess coming out of the pandemic and trying to look beyond that, what has been your airport's largest achievement so far?
So far, first of all, is not being affected by the accelerated restart, because it was not very easy to be always in control. So moving very, very fast from a minus 95% to minus 20%. This challenge has affected most of international airports, and obviously also Fiumicino and Ciampino Airport, the airports of Rome that we manage. But my point of view is that using the digital transformation implemented before and during the pandemic, because we didn't stop, we really saw it coming. So as soon as the traffic was restarting, we have been capable of reallocating the infrastructure, restart allocating the human resources to the previous task. So basically I would say that the biggest achievement was not to be surprised by the restart.
Absolutely, I do think that caught many airports out. Yes. So what is the key to a long-term IT strategy?
Good. So first of all, I don't like to talk about IT strategy per se. I would rather say how the digital transformation can be linked or can support the business strategy. So the business strategy of our airport is obviously to remain in the top level of quality delivered to passengers, to airlines and the other stakeholders of the airport. And this is the purpose of the technology team. But now there's a new thing, actually it's not the new, but now it's really a star that is driving all the things that we're doing, that is sustainability. So obviously until now it's always been about efficiency and quality, but now there is a new challenge that is achieving more efficiency but becoming more sustainable. And my point of view is that this is the new challenge, and obviously includes also technology. So technology is not just anymore about achieving the highest power of your machines, but it is achieving the right level of power, consuming the lower amount of resources, for example. And this is something I would say new.
Absolutely, and I think also not so much new, but a hot topic within the industry at the moment is the idea of embracing collaboration with each other. How does data sharing come into this, and what would you tell where can an airport begin with this? I think sometimes it's a challenge to know where to start with collaboration.
Yeah. So, fortunately, this is a journey around data that we started, I would say, at least 5 years ago. And the way we approached the data platform was, first of all, not talking anymore with the singular organization departments of the airport, but rather saying, going to the commercial team and saying, by the way, what would you think that could help you to be more efficient in commercial? Or going to the operations team and saying, what would you think would help you in, is there any information that is not available today? So what would you like to know? What we have discovered that all over the airports we have very important data, but these were not integrated one with each other. And so we discovered the real value of data, putting data together. For example, obviously the commercial team wanted to have passengers having time to be spent across the shops, but then sometimes this may affect the operational performance of certain area. But putting the information of commercial and operations together, we found the right balance of these two different interests.
Yeah, definitely non-aeronautical revenues is on the agenda for most airports.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on this?
That's a key topic, obviously, and we are looking at this from the holistic view. So the first thing is about partnership. So we really think that passengers are linked to other type of operators. First of all, airlines, but also rent-a-car companies, retailers that they have their own loyalty program. So I don't think it's anymore the time of having the airport launching his own mobile application, but rather is trying to collaborate with the players that, for example, they know the passenger in advance, they know when he's going to come, and why missing an opportunity where we can work together to provide a better journey to the passenger, which in turn will become also more non-aeronautical revenue. And this is something that I would say is new in Italy, but I think it's new also on an international base. But it's time to do it because I think that 1 + 1 in this case makes 3.
Absolutely. So, do you think the human touch is still crucial?
Yes, human touch is fundamental. Also because we think that people when are at the airport, apart from the ones who live in airports, I mean the real businessmen, but there are families, tourists, or people that are not so used to stay in the airports. So we are really working on a new promise that we will take care about your time at the airport, and it really goes around training or a massive change management in the people working in the airport to really assist the passengers while they are at the airport. And it's not just about the people working in the airport, but it's about the retailer, the handlers, and the airline to really make you feel, I don't want to say like at home, but at least comfortable as if you would be at home.
Absolutely. And also giving the passenger that sense of place, the destination that they are at and traveling to.
Yeah.
So what would you tell emerging or smaller airports to capitalise on the most?
Say again, please.
So what would you tell emerging, so maybe perhaps smaller airports, to focus on the most?
So I think that there's no big difference from large and small airports, also because small airports are really advanced in terms of services offered to their passengers. What I think is that we could collaborate more to make sure that maybe massive investments that are more affordable on the large airport side could be replicated on a smaller scale in smaller airports. But at the same time, we think that smaller airports, they have more this personal touch with the passenger. So they may have seen things that are not visible to larger airports. So I think we could exchange point of views to make something good for both.
That's really great to hear, the idea of learning lessons from each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And my final question to you is, when I say the term airport of the future, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Obviously, smart mobility comes to my mind. In Rome, we are really starting to work on it because it's an important item for the sustainability of the future. We are starting urban mobility. We have created a company that is dedicated to urban mobility. So the way we see the future is that you will land in Rome, then maybe you need to reach the city center, and you can reach the city center with zero emission using, for example, one of the vehicles from a Volocopter, a company where we invested in, and that's a key ingredient for the future.
sounds very exciting, and I look forward to it. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much.